Good afternoon. My name is Samantha Gilbert, and I will be doing my presentation on the Structural-Functionalist Theory. What is it? So it is a theory that looks at how everything and everyone in a society works together. It states that everyone and everything is linked together. Emil Durkheim is recognized as the one who studied this as a science. He, along with his teammates, Talcott Parsons and Robert K. Merton, were the ones who studied this theory and brought it to light. It was created during the mid-19th century, but it was applied later during the 20th century. During this time, sociology was not considered a, quote, real science. But Durkheim, along with his colleagues, they worked very hard to convince everyone otherwise. They did this by linking it to natural sciences. Since that was something that was already established and many people already believed in it, they decided to link it to that in order to give them a picture of how it actually worked. And they did this by comparing the language and assumptions that were used in natural sciences to sociology. They made that connection to where people actually, believed it and related it back to something they have already understood. They compared this theory to an organism. If one part of the organism is not functioning or doing their job, it becomes dysfunctional. Just like this theory, if one part of the society is not working, then it later impacts the whole society. How does it apply to family violence? Talcott Parsons was the one who linked structural functionalist theory to family violence, so we accredit him for linking that to what we study today. So let's think of a typical family, and this is the root of the family, the balance of it, the equilibrium, if you will. And on one side, the left side, we'll call that the men's side or the moneymaker side. And then on the right side, we'll call that the woman's side or the wife, the home caregiver side. So on the left, we accredit the men of the house responsible for maintaining the career. As to balance that out, on the women's side, we accredit them with the cleaning of the house, the running the errands, the shopping, the daily activities of the home. And then on the left side, we let the men be the ones to make the money. So they bring in all the money to take care of all the bills that the women then use that money to go pay the bills. And then on the women's side, we have the child care. So it pretty much balances out. The men are responsible for their duties, and the women are responsible for their duties. And then if there is a crack in the system, that can later become a problem and lead to family violence. So if a man loses his job or gets laid off, fired, something of that sort, it can cause stress, and that can lead to family abuse. And it can lead to spousal abuse, other types of, such as alcoholism, drug use, and so it's that crack that pushes them to the limit. If, say, the woman's side, she's not holding up her end of the bargain with the cleaning or the caretaking of the home or the running the errands, well, the man gets stressed out. And then the woman can then later on be the one to child abuse, could be the one who abuses the children because she fears that her tasks are too much of a burden for her to handle, almost. And then that tends to lead to family violence. So we need to make sure that our scales are as balanced as we could get them. Some of the strengths of this theory is there is order within society, and everyone works together to create harmony. It also holds everyone accountable. or their jobs. The women have to be the ones to take care of the home, and the men have to be the one who bring in the money. Some of the weaknesses are disorganization leads to change, and it relies on others to adjust to reach stability. And that becomes kind of a problem whenever you think about, well, can you count on someone to do their part in order to stabilize the society? And that's where this theory kind of it intrigues me in a way that the things that we do every day, we don't think about it leading to family violence. So it was very interesting to do this presentation. Thank you. Have a good day.